After 3 years of owning this campervan build, I've travelled all over the UK and Europe, and in this video I wanted to share 7 things that I absolutely love about this campervan build. Now these are 7 features I definitely don't regret, so if you're thinking of buying, building or tweaking your own campervan or motorhome, make sure you watch right until the end. There might just be a few useful ideas in here. Now a few weeks ago I uploaded a video talking about the 7 things I really regretted about this campervan build, and a lot of you seem to agree. So to balance it out, I thought, you know what, let's share the 7 things that I genuinely love. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this van was professionally built by Studley Campers in Redditch just over 3 years ago. It's a 6 metre long 2019 Peugeot Boxer. And the more time I've spent in it and the more time I've lived in it and done trips, the more I've come to appreciate certain part of the builds. Now, first of all, let's talk about the oven and the hob setup that we've got in here. We've got a Thetford combi oven / grill, and a lot of people I read online don't find use in having an oven in the van, but to be honest, for me it's been a bit of a lifesaver. One thing I will say about having an oven in a camper van is you can fit a pizza in it, and I know that sounds like a really basic thing, but pizzas are just so easy to throw in. You can universally get a pizza anywhere in Europe, probably the world to be honest. So having that option for me has been great, and you can put easy oven meals in there if you can't be arsed. Plus there's a grill, and there's just so much opportunity to cook things that you wouldn't normally be able to do on a hob. So yeah, believe it or not, for me, the Thetford Duplex works incredibly well, and I'm so glad that I had it in this build. Now, in terms of the hobs, we're running on 2 hobs that are powered obviously by the LPG gas system. And what I like about these hobs is they look like a traditional kitchen hob. They're not the stainless steel Dometic style inbuilt ones that you'll get in coach built motorhomes. There's anything wrong with them, but I find that the stainless steel is just scratches really easily, and when it's scratched it doesn't look great. But yeah, I've actually really enjoyed having these hobs in it. It just adds to the aesthetic. Really sleek, job done. Now the next thing I absolutely love about this bed, one of the key features for me, is the huge double bed. Now obviously it's a fixed bed, which means it doesn't move, it can't be put down into a lounge, but for us that really works. And why it works is probably because we're lazy. We just love the idea of being able to get into the van after a busy day exploring, adventuring, doing what we're doing, and just jump into bed. The bed's made. We don't need to faff around making it. We don't need to faff around building it. And somehow we've made the mattress in our camper van as comfy as our Temper mattress, which is worth thousands of pounds back at home. Now the mattress is a really comfortable memory foam mattress, which was provided when we had the camper van built. And what we've actually done, just to enhance that comfort even more, we've added one of the Panda London bamboo toppers, which is probably a couple of inches of extra memory foam on top, and just having that combination makes the bed so comfortable. Like I said, equally as comfortable as our bed at home. So we know we're pretty much going to get a good night's sleep. Fixed bed doesn't work for everybody. There's different scenarios in which it does work, but for us, we love it. And if we're considering a new coach built motorhome in the future or another camper van build, I think we are definitely leaning towards a double fixed bed at least. Now I realise this is a very unusual angle, but what's hidden behind this door is for me an essential must have in a camper van. Something that I love about this camper van build. Oh, if I don't hit my head. And it's a shower. Now we spec'd having a shower in the camper van for one reason, and that's because I actually can't function without a shower. I don't know what it is, I just feel unclean, greasy. It just resets me, ready for the day. So having a hot shower in a camper van was an absolute must. Now a lot of people that have shower units put in end up using them as storage. They don't use them as often as they probably like. For me, that's not the case. Now there is a big sort of decision you have to make when having a camper van or a motorhome, or considering which layout, what to include. A shower unit does take quite a bit of space, and there are limitations, especially with a camper van, due to the width of the vehicle itself. In a motorhome, not so much. So you've got that kind of decision to make. For me, it's essential. It works fantastically well, and it just gives me a nice, fresh, warm start to the day, which I really couldn't do without. So I'm not going to model it for you, but you know how a shower works. Yeah, love it. It's like I'm singing into it. I love shower. Yeah, it's starting to leak, so I probably won't pretend to sing into the... Yeah, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to just stop and put it back. Now, ever so quickly, before we get into the remaining things that I love about this campervan build, I just wanted to share our brand new and exciting product with you, which is a road trip logbook, planner and journal all rolled into one. It's a really thoughtful gift for Christmas. It's great to take on road trips. And yeah, just take a look. If you're looking for a smart, fun way to plan, log and journal your road trips, this is exactly what you need. Our brand new road trip logbook is packed with useful sections from vehicle info and pre-trip checks to an essential packing guide, checklist and budget planner. There's also space for your daily itinerary, accommodation details, drive times, and without doubt my favourite part, the journal pages. Now the journal has a scrapbook style layout where you can stick in photos, tickets and little souvenirs, plus thoughtful prompts to help you record and rate each adventure. You're able to document 8 road trips in total, and each trip includes a couple of fun extras like road trip bingo, a word search, conversation starters and more. Perfect for breaking up long drives. This is the ultimate road trip companion. It's ideal for keeping in the glove box or gifting to a fellow road tripper. And if you order it today, it also comes with free Tracked UK delivery for just $14.99. So head over to my website right now, which is robbieroams.com, and get your very own road trip logbook. Now let's get back into the video. And the next thing that I absolutely love about my campervan build, and a lot of you guys are going to be thinking this is sad, it's actually a 12-volt smart TV. Now I know I am at risk here of being shot down by the brigade who think that having a TV in a motorhome or a campervan is just sacrilege. Why would you want to go and explore these beautiful areas in your campervan, be out in the wild and then come back and watch the telly? Well, for me personally, when I'm getting in bed at night time after a long day of exploring, enjoying myself, I actually really enjoy just sticking the TV on, watching a bit of YouTube. I know this is very shameless, this guy that I seem to be watching on YouTube. But yeah, just watching Netflix, catching up on a bit of TV, just helps me unwind after a long day. And if it's terribly rainy outside or for whatever reason I'm not feeling up to adventuring, I can just kick back, put the TV on and wind away the days. Of course, I totally appreciate and understand those who disagree with me on this point, but for me, having a TV is a great addition to a campervan. This is your Sharp 12-volt smart TV. There are a number of 12-volt TVs that you can get on the market at the minute. One thing I would say is try and get a TV that has the option to update the apps, for example, BBC iPlayer, Netflix, and so on and so forth. Now, unfortunately, I've had this TV for a few years now, and some of the apps aren't actually able to work. You can't really update them, so they've stopped working. Now, a little fix for that is actually getting an Amazon Fire TV stick, which I've got currently plugged into the back of the TV. And the good thing is I don't need any extra power supply for it because it runs off the USB out of the back of the smart TV. So now I can keep all of my apps updated and it connects perfectly to my Starlink or to my mobile phone with a hotspot. And I've got all of the apps and more you can ever think of on the Fire TV stick, which plugs into the TV. So win-win. Now, earlier on in this video, I told you how much I love a shower. So having a shower wouldn't be possible without the Propex Malaga water heater, which I've actually got fitted into the van. So it's an 11-litre water heater and it takes around 7 to 10 minutes to heat up, and after that time I'm able to have a beautifully hot shower, and it does get really hot in there. I probably need to turn the settings down a little bit, but the great thing is it can run perfectly off grid using the LPG tank that's connected to the van. As long as I've got gas in there, I've got plenty to go out in terms of heating up the water. And if you're plugged in on a campsite and you're on 240 hookup, we can also power it via electric, so it's like a dual combi water heater. To be honest, it hasn't really missed the trick. It obviously powers the hot water tap here. We've got an outdoor shower connection, which is great if we need to rinse off the dogs or have a shower outside, and obviously the shower unit inside. So this really hasn't missed a beat, and I would highly recommend that or a similar product if you are looking to build your own campervan. So the penultimate thing that I absolutely love about this campervan is this huge garage space that we've got underneath the fixable bed. Now, of course, having a fixable bed allows you, yeah, I've just banged my head. That's me all over. Oh man. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, now a fixable bed allows you to have this garage space underneath the bed directly. Now, considerations on your build: how high are you going to have your bed? The higher you have the bed, the more garage space you've got underneath, but of course the less room you've got for your head when you're in bed. Other considerations: we've got our electrical system in the back here, which is taking up a little bit of space. Not too bad considering the size of the garage. Now, another consideration of a garage space in the campervan or a motorhome is obviously, are you going to pipe some hot air into it with your heating system? A lot of campervan and motorhomes do that. A, because you can keep it from getting wet, damp. You can also dry stuff in it. And obviously if it's under the bed, the heat's going to come under the bed, potentially raise through the mattress and keep you nice and warm. So these are all considerations that you should definitely be thinking about when you're considering garage space. Of course, if you're into mountain biking or e-scootering or whatever it is, probably consider room for that as well. This is really good for us because our border collie Milo can fit in here inside his crate, so he's nice and safe and secure. And you'll see the other side, we've actually got 2 doors that open into the garage, so we can access the garage from the internal side of the camper van. So I don't know what we'd do without all of this storage space, because we do tend to fill it. So the final and 7th thing that I love about this camper van build is actually the look, the feel, the aesthetic of the van. Now, of course, the look and the feel and the aesthetic of a van is very personal. And in this build, we've gone with a really light, bright, almost a boho theme, if you could call it that. And yeah, for me, it just feels a lot more homely when I'm in here than potentially a traditional coach-built motorhome, who do tend to favour, you know, old school like pine wood and finishes that are probably stuck somewhere in the 80s, 90s. That's not to say that some of the new coach built motorhomes aren't improving their look. I've been to look at a few recently and they are putting in like acoustic paneling. They're just bringing their design up to date, which is great to see, to be honest, because I think it's about time that sort of coach built motorhomes and camper vans kind of came to the party in terms of offering more of a contemporary, modern and sleek design. But yeah, for me, like I say, I absolutely love the look of the van. When we've got the doors open on campsites and on park-ups, we do occasionally get people stopping, having a look in, asking, really interested, really excited to see the inside of the van. And yeah, I just love the way it looks. And if I was to do another build of a similar sort of quality and a similar sort of size, I'll definitely go down a similar route in terms of the paneling, the colours and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I know it's a personal preference, but for me, I love the way the van looks, I love the style, I love the aesthetic, and yeah, it's just great for me. So there we have it, 7 things that I absolutely love about my camper van build. Last time out, you got 7 things that I massively regret, and today you got the things that I absolutely love. So yeah, just want to say a massive thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, my name's Robbie Romes. I make travel tips videos, camper van style videos, I write travel guides, and you can find me on Instagram at Robbie Romes. If you've enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing for more of these kind of videos, and I'm going to see you very shortly in the next video. See you later.